Yo! It's Fake Turtle, and we've all been in a situation where the Wi-Fi goes out and you're left with this screen. Any sane person would spend several hours playing this game, waiting for the Wi-Fi to come back. But what if you're someone like me who's using Firefox and the Wi-Fi goes out? I just have to sit there and contemplate life choices. Or I can fire up Godot and make a much, much worse version of it. So without further ado, let's hit the ground running. So Dino-Runner Chrome Dinosaur game, I don't know what it's actually called, but it's a pretty simple runner where you're a T-Rex running and jumping over cactuses and pterodactyls. The further you run, the higher your score, and don't hit anything because otherwise you're donezo. Pretty simple. To start the project, I had to get the original sprites, and to do that, I typed in this into the search bar. Once at the site, we open developer tools and ignore everything and go to network. Refresh the page, and there they be. From there, I just took them to Photoshop and basically just traced over the sprites except for the T-Rex. Instead, I thought it'd be cool to add like a turtle, and it might look fake, but that's just how turtles looked like back then. The next step was to start coding, and I started with implementing a cactus. I had the root node be an area 2D node, which is able to detect collision objects. I then gave it some very basic functionality before moving on to my namesake, the turtle. For turtle, I made the root node a character body 2D node, which is a user-controlled physics body. It's more complicated than that, but I'll go more in depth when I do a project where a character body 2D node is the center focus. I just used the default script that Godot provides for character body 2D, and I just removed the left and right behaviors and threw them both into a test scene, and it's looking pretty good. At this point, I thought the cactuses were looking a little bland, so I gave them all faces in the style of the one and only pickles, and that made them more fun to look at, I guess. I don't know, I liked it. Before I could start programmatically creating these cactuses, I needed to have them delete themselves. Otherwise I'll just have a bunch of cactuses lying around when they go off screen, hogging all the resources. And with that taken care of, I made the spawner scene which would handle spawning my cactuses programmatically. And besides a dumb mistake where I had an array of instances instead of an array of preloaded scenes, it went pretty well, pretty good. But I wasn't done yet. I still needed to do the pterodactyl, but it's very similar to a cactus. I just had to add a random spawn height and speed and have it flap its wings. Although when I made the sprites, I didn't make them into a sprite sheet, so the animation just me swapping visibility between the two sprites, but it works. I also did this for turtles animation since it's the same concept, swapping between two sprites over and over. With that done, the spawner was complete. All that's left to do is, add a high score, a current score, a start button, and have everything stop when turtle runs into something. That last bit took some finagling because I basically had to redo who was sending signals where, but it was done, I did some finishing touches and here it is. Well, that's it for today. I put the project on GitHub and itch.io, so if you want to give it a try or, critique my code, and you can head over there. Well, I'll see you next time, probably. Pizzles! Oh, my eyes!